And indeed it has. Hello Africa, my name is Zibby and I'm the host of the funky new show, BBA Daily with Zibby. BBA Daily is basically a daily podcast chronicling events happening in Big Brother. Welcome to BBA Daily with Zibby. 3 days of magic, 63 days of Big Brother, 63 days of BBA Daily with me. So I'm not going anywhere, you're not going anywhere, we're doing this all together.
It's Big Brother like you never seen it, feel it. Big Brother hot shot.
Let the conversation begin.
If you had to describe Big Brother Africa in one word, what would you call it? I can't describe it in one word though, so it's okay. I would use 2 words. One would be a movement, and if movement doesn't work, it could probably be described as a phenomenon. That's the way I would describe it, because it's so huge, it brings together people from all across Africa, even people from outside Africa. Everyone is getting so crazy. You know, we fight, we argue, we vote, we cry, we laugh, and at the end of the day, everyone is all happy because someone, you know, gets that large amount of money. Basically, their life changes in 5 seconds. So that's one of the positives. You know, it's like, you know what? Despite everything, we get to, you know, help make that decision that could probably change someone's life. So it's totally great and I love it. Earlier this year, we had some delays with Big Brother because, you know, it was expected to be around May or early June. And then there was that mysterious fire. And yeah, I say mysterious with a little smirk. But you know what? It's okay. Big Brother Hot Shots is here now, and we're hoping they give us the biggest, baddest drama yet. And yes, baddest is the right word in my vocabulary. I love that word. Okay, so I'll talk a bit about myself and then we can go on to Big Brother. I'm Zibby and I'm a podcaster. I have an online talk show entitled The Zibby Show, and one of the guests on my show was one of the nicest young men ever in the history of Big Brother Africa, Melvin Odua, and he's a lovely young man, and he was one of my guests from early this year. Absolutely love him. I've also had American Grammy Award winner J.I.V. as a guest on my show, and world-renowned composer T-Mac Isley. I've also had Cameroonian football player Patrick Sufo and Seun Kuti, who is an Afrobeat singer, son of the legendary Fela Kuti. So it's something I really enjoy doing. I've also worked in radio at a radio station, and that was just amazing. Yeah. I don't know how to talk about myself, which is weird. Well, you know what? I don't think anyone wants to hear about me. I think we just want to hear about Big Brother, don't we? Okay, so we've got so much coming up. Okay, Big Brother starting tomorrow, and we're all pumped up and hyped up. We've seen some of the contestants. We'll talk about that later in the show, and I have some guests joining us as well. These people are super fans, BBA super fans, who have watched it, well, all across the years. Okay, so we'll speak to them in a bit. But let's talk about BBA Daily and how it works. BBA Daily is a daily podcast. It comes up 21:30 CAT, that's 9:30 Central African Time, every day on the website. That's thezibbyshow.com. So when it comes on, it's okay if you're not available to listen or you're watching Big Brother. You can always, you know, it's all there, so you can always go back, download, or listen live on the website. It's absolutely easy. ABC easy, that's what I'd call it. And not to worry, I know in Africa internet problems are just, you know, crazy, but it's not a problem. These file sizes are really small, less than 10 MB, probably not more than 2 minutes to download, even if you've got the, you know, crappiest connection ever, which I can't name. Okay, so it's going to be on 9:30 Central African Time. Just, you know, do the conversion and you get the right time it's up. But it doesn't matter. Even if you can't be up at that time, you can always go back and then, you know, just listen to your heart's content, of course. And if you want to be on the show, you're a BBA super fan, you want to try our BBA trivia, you've got something to say, tweet us, send us a voice message, and, you know, just get in touch with us and we'll tell you how to go about getting on the show. Okay, I'm so excited about this season. So excited. But there's been a lot of the chase drama. Now, I think BBA The Chase had to be one of the most spectacular episodes of Big Brother Africa. It was just amazing. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll speak about that further in the show. And for World Week contestants, just in case you guys are at Babylon, and I know you guys are supposed to be in isolation, smirk again, but just in case you're not, and you have access to the internet for some reason, I've got 5 tips that can help you win Big Brother. I'm serious. These 5 tips could potentially change your life. So don't worry. We'll talk about those later on in the show. Okay. So let's recap. Okay, Big Brother over the years has evolved. You know, at some point, if you did anything with a guy or a girl, you just didn't win. People didn't like you, or bashed. But somehow, over the years, we've evolved to the point where it's sort of normal, and so people expect that you need to do something. I don't believe that, but whatever rocks your boat. It's all drama, and we're here to watch, aren't we? Okay, so moving on from that, we remember, I think it was a few seasons ago when Keegan was the winner, there was a lot of controversy because there was a lot of violence, like people were getting mad at each other. Can anyone remember that infamous scene with DKB and Zainab where Zainab goes, slap me now, slap me now, slap me now, and DKB just, grants her request. I'm sorry, it's nothing to laugh about, but it was just weird because you didn't really think you'd see that on live TV, and then both unfortunately were disqualified. And then of course, there was the incident with Rocky and Manetta hooking from the same country but just couldn't stand each other. There seemed to be something going on with those two, and of course violence came in and both were disqualified as well. It's really sad, really, really sad. But I mean, I can understand how people snap though, because we're watching these housemates for, in those days, 100 or 90 days or whatever, and we're just watching them, putting pressure on them. They don't know what we're thinking. They're worried about their families. They're worried about being nominated. They're worried about losing. And it's just crazy because they don't even know what's going on. They don't know what anyone's thinking. And then, to cap it all, you can't stand someone and that person is constantly in your face because you can't leave and they can't leave. So you guys just have to, survive. So I guess that's what happens when, that could potentially make people snap. Understandably. Okay, we still got loads more. With all the issues of violence, there never came a point where I thought someone was really going to be hurt than last season with Elikim and Nando. I was actually scared for Elikim. I, at some point, thought Nando was probably going to stab Elikim in his dreams or in his sleep or something. I think I was really terrified. And at that point, I did think, for Nando's safety and for Elikim's safety, he needed to be out. There are times like with the other contestants who had shown violent acts, you could tell they were just breaking down, and at some point, which is understandable, that's why they've got psychologists, I hope, Big Brother. But with Nando, it seemed like it was premeditated. He had a knife, and that really, really scared me. And it's such a shame because Nando's, I'm sure he's a lovely young man, but just leaving in that way was really, really sad. Really sad. Hopefully this time with Hot Shots, everyone is cool. If they need to battle, they battle out with their words, and nothing too harsh, because sometimes words can hurt more than, a punch. Not a knife though, but words can certainly hurt more than a punch. Okay, moving on, we wish Nando all the best. Speaking of which, where is Nando though? Yeah, this is one of the segments that are going to be on the show subsequently. Previous housemates, where are they now? Would like to know where Nando is. So Nando, how you doing? Just in case you're out there somewhere and you've got, something to tell us, some pearls of wisdom for the new housemates. Come on, this is where you do it. BBA Daily with Zibby. We'll take a quick break now and we'll be right back.
Big brother, big brother, big brother, big brother, big brother, hot shot, big brother, hot shot. If you got the talent, this could be your time. So rise to the challenge like you destined to shine. It's Big Brother like you never seen it, feel it. Don't go in unless you're going in it to win it. You'll need shades cause the spotlights are so bright. So when you reach that height, you will have to fight. All eyes on you, your name and lights. You want the fame, man, up like it's your right. Gotta get into action, swag out your passion. I like to live more, strive it up and you can cash in. Fame and fortune is all you got. When it's rise, the hot shots. Big Brother Hot Shots starts 7 September, exclusive to DSTV Premium, DSTV Compact Plus, DSTV Compact, and DSTV Mobile. Rated 18.
You're welcome back to BBA Daily with Zibby, and of course I'm Zibby. That is what I go by. I don't know if I said this earlier, I probably got so excited, but did I say this? I don't know if I did. And yeah, I just say that. Why am I repeating myself? I am so excited. Well, we've got a word from one of our very, very special housemates.
Hi everyone, my name is Nabudwa, model, actor, and finalist of the Brother Africa. I had a great time on the show last season. Live from France. Now I'm looking forward to catching up with the new housemates of the new Hampshire. Now I'm gonna catch up with them on BBA Daily at 9:30 Central African Time every day. And also on the website www.bbshow.com. See you all there. Holla!
Hey guys, okay, so that was Melvin Odua, who I think is one of the sweetest young men ever on TV. He's just so lovely. Well, that was Melvin, and he's tuning in, so you need to tune in as well. Okay, so speaking about, the chase, we all know Big Brother was won by Delish Matthews from Namibia last season. And of course, there's always the controversy because, we always want our favorites to win. I think it was 2 days ago, there was some tweet chat thing done by the Namibian, by a newspaper in her country, and it was entitled Ask Delish. So all you had to do was tweet your questions to her using the hashtag Ask Delish. And she got lots of questions, I must admit. Some of those questions were like really ridiculous. I mean, come on, guys. Okay, I'm laughing so much because I just saw some of them and it was so funny. I mean, I don't know how to say this, but I don't think Namibian Twitter is easy. It's not for the faint-hearted, because there's some very, very brutal tweets out there. But there were some really funny ones as well. I'm trying to find some. Oh yes, someone called at Lisa Davids, that's Liisa David, says that Ask Delish thing must be dedicated to her lost Nigerian fans. Namibian Twitter has no time to waste on such. Oh wow. And someone else asked, I'm sorry, this might not go down well with some people, but it was just funny. Okay, there's a guy, I'm trying to find that guy, but he was really weird. His name is Monkey, and his handle is Chili Kong, and he says, if a relatively slow traveling electron meets the crystal surface, the fraction and reflection phenomena, what's the formula? Ask Delish. Okay, last time I checked, Delish is, she is a student studying politics or something, an art course though. So how on earth is she supposed to know that? I mean, I did do physics in secondary school. I was quite good at it, but that just sounded really alien. I have no idea what he's talking about. And another tweet, which was, a bit weird, from someone called Leisure, and he or she said, you dropped out of school and dropped your boyfriend low. What are you dropping next? A twerking video. Ask Delish. I don't know, but I mean, that was really brutal. Like, a lot of the questions didn't even make any sense. So, well, guys, next time you have a question to ask someone, someone who's done something good for themselves in their own way, maybe it's just best to, ask some nicer questions, okay? Alright, moving on from that. The chase drama. Ellie came, Beam, Pochello, Beam, Feza. Oh my goodness, what the fudge is going on? Now I can't say the usual F word. So if I'm gonna say what the something, I would probably say what the flip, or what the fish, what the fudge, what the everything else that starts with an F. Yeah. So basically, what is going on, people? That was so last year. Why don't we all just get along, guys? It's been a whole year. In a few hours, we're gonna see some new people, and we need to see their drama. So you guys, wrap it up. It's done. We're done. We have moved on, haven't we? Okay, so we've got fans all over Africa who just want to get their voices heard out there. So I'll just take you over to some of these wonderful BBA super fans, and let's hear what they think.
Hello Africa, this is Zode, aka Nosy Diva. I'm really anticipating the hot shots, but I'm a bit hungover from the chase, but I have to let go of old things and open my arms to new ones. I believe they'll bring the house down. I know they'll turn the heat up, but up to Africa to keep the Venus flytraps in and vote out wallflowers. We need entertainment, we need action. That's the only way we get paid. And I'd advise you try as possible not to get attached to any housemate. When you get attached, there are lots of expectations, and they're just as human as you are. So definitely disappointments accompany such expectations. If you're in Nigeria, please buy fuel, get the diesel, charge your inverters, connect your television to a UPS so you do not miss out on any moment of the opening show. Before I go, I want to give a shout out to my honey, Maria Nipimbe. Happy birthday. I love you like EXO. Signing out, people. Always remember, being real is never enough.
Okay guys, so that was Nosy Diva, aka Miss BBA Reality. Now, Nosy Diva is a super fan. If you think you're a bigger BBA fan than Nosy Diva, you need to get in touch with me. And did I mention, we're gonna have a special segment called the Ultimate BBA Fan, where you come on air, and then we have the BBA Trivia. You know, let's see how much of a BBA fan you really are. Flex your muscles and tell us what you're made of. Okay, so Nosy Diva said something really important. She said, don't get too attached to any housemate. And you know what? I totally agree with her. Do not get too attached to any housemate, because, you know, when you get so attached and so, you know, emotional about it, you sort of fail to see things from a logical perspective, you know. And then what if that housemate gets evicted? You sort of lose interest in the game. That happened to me last season. I absolutely love Maria. And when she left, it was like, no, Africa, why did you keep her in? And then when Bassie left, I was like, you know, it was really sad when Bassie left as well. So right now, I'm just an observer who is absolutely obsessed with BBA. And of course, she said to everyone else in Nigeria, you know, get your fuel, get diesel, make sure your inverters are ready, and the UPS thing. That sucks. Like, seriously, Nigeria government, we do not need all that wahala just to watch Big Brother. Make that try, okay? Give us NEPA, so we don't need to waste time and money on all that. But you know what? Come rain, come shine, we're watching BBA, aren't we? All the BBA fans in the house say, hey. Okay, that's me trying to be ghetto now, but moving on. Well, Nosy Diva did say happy birthday to Maria, so just in case you guys don't know, it's Maria Nepembe's birthday. She is so lovely. She's like the perfect example of beautiful inside and beautiful outside. I absolutely love Maria. So Maria, I know you're listening. Happy birthday, and we absolutely love you. Well, hopefully none of the new hot shots will steal, you know, your love from me. But we'll see. Okay, happy birthday, Maria. God's grace, God's favor, higher heights for you. Alright, so, what are you thinking? Okay, this is weird. I'm just thinking, is there a chance we're being punked? Because, I mean, this is the first time in the history of Big Brother Africa that, you know, all the housemates are being revealed before the big night. It's really weird because it's never happened. I don't know, when I started seeing things, I'm like, is this possible though? Are we being punked? So, do you think we're being punked? If you think we're being punked, just, you know, leave a comment and say so. And if you think it's real, just let me know. But till tomorrow, my fingers are crossed, and I'm not holding my breath that the housemates in the house are actually going to be the final housemates. There's some people I really do not want to see much of anymore, because I've seen them already. I'm not being mean or anything, but I've seen JJ and Alusa from Kenya. I mean, JJ, all I remember about JJ and all everyone else remembers is he came into the house and he was smitten with Delish, and that was it. He didn't show off anything. And then Alusa was just, you know, I remember the fight he had with Annabelle. So it's like, I think if they're going to be in the house, they've got some sort of psychological advantage over the other housemates who don't have that experience. But then, it could count against them as well. Because I'm here thinking, is it fair for them to be back there? They already had a platform. You know, why don't other people get that chance? So that might count against them. So I'm not too sure which way it is. If, you know, it's going to count more for them, or it's going to count more against them. Well, fingers crossed, and we'll figure it out tomorrow night. Now, what do you guys think of the housemates? I absolutely think Mira is gorgeous. She's got such a different look from Angola. Yes. And of course, the Nigerian guy, 6'4", is that? He's yummy. It's always nice to see, you know, that bit of eye candy. You know, JJ is a cute guy, and he might have had some stuff to show, but I don't know if I don't think I'm looking forward to seeing JJ, to be honest, because I've seen him all before. We'll take a quick break right now, and we'll be right back. It's time for a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Remember, 5 tips on how to win. And of course, we speak to another BBA superfan right after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Big brother, big brother, big brother, big brother, big brother, big brother, hot hot shot. Big brother, hot shot. If you got the talent, this could be your time. So rise to the challenge like you destined to shine. It's Big Brother like you never seen it, feel it. Don't go in unless you're going in it to win it. You'll need shades cause the spotlights are so bright. So when you reach that height, you will have to fight. All eyes on you, your name and lights. You want the fame, man, up like it's your right. Gotta get into action, swag out your passion. The life to live for, drive it up and you can cash in. Fame and fortune is all you got. When it's rise of the hot shots. Big Brother Hot Shots. Start 7 September. Exclusive to DSTV Premium, DSTV Compact Plus, DSTV Compact, and DSTV Mobile. Rated 18.
Move on to Ghana, where we have a chance to speak to another wonderful BBA superfan. You know, it's all about Big Brother Africa, so we're going all around Africa. North, south, east, west, central. Wherever you are, we're coming. We need to speak to those fans. So, we're taking a trip to Western Africa, to Ghana.
Hello, I call myself Lillian, but I'm Lillian, from Ghana. I've been watching BBA for some time now, and I'm an addict, I can't shy away from that, I'm an addict. And last year has been fun. It was great, it was passionate, some were overly passionate. It got personal, friends were divided. Enemies were made friends because of one housemate or the other. But then again, we have a new season, and I'm looking forward to seeing the housemates. I've seen them, their pictures, yes. But then there is more to a person than just a picture or some short video. And I want to know, I'm eager to see how the dynamics will be in the house, considering the characters we have this year. I'm looking out for Ella from Uganda. I think I'm already her fan, From what I've seen, I like her. And then her other Ugandan mate, Esther, she would be the very loud, fun, local type. Yes, I like her too. And then looking out for the others. For my country mates, let's see. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. And I'm hoping for an exciting 63-day show. Since the 63 days, I don't want anything mediocre. It should be more. It should be even better than last year. Last year was exhilarating. The whole experience was great. So I'm looking forward to a better season here. And then I think it's anyone's game. It's anyone's game. What I wouldn't want to see is people trying to be other housemates of previous seasons. No, I don't want that. I feel like you are not like I feel. It is the thing is you are not being yourself. You shouldn't try to be any other housemate from some other season or anything. You should just be yourself. That's all. So I hope we can all have fun and then just don't take it too personal. We should just have fun. We can be passionate about our favorite, but then don't take it too personal. Some people end up becoming enemies because of this. But then, hey, it's just a game. It's just a show. We are just the viewers.
Okay, and that was the lovely Lillian. She goes by @Ms. Lian on Twitter. Lovely, lovely young lady. And I actually love the way she sounds. It's so cute. And she's, just told us all about what she thinks about Big Brother. I'm thinking, Ella, Miss Uganda, is she going to be prim and proper? Is she going to be like Mutanma, the beauty queen? Well, let's wait and see, because, sometimes we stereotype people because you always expect beauty queens to, pageant girls like Coquetto to hide their feelings and smile and be all proper. It'll be nice to have a beauty queen who just shoves that, throws it to the dogs and, twerks, twerk it. That's the kind of beauty queen I'd like to see. A very different beauty queen, not like, the usual stereotypes, we've come to expect. Alrighty, so that was, really interesting. And yes, enemies were made. There was a lot of fighting. We, the viewers, were fighting. The housemates are fighting. It's like, oh my god, do you think the ninjas backstage were fighting? That'd be weird though, but Big Brother, what have you done? Yes, there's a lot of tension, and it's, weird that sometimes it spills out of the house as well. But, it's all a game. We're all here to have fun, and that's what we're going to do. The show's it's not going to be like, straight neck or wearing tuxedos. no, man. It's a show where we're gonna talk, we're gonna diss, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna cry, we will have fun. That's what BBA Daily with Zibby is all about. So, lovely, 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 and would love to hear from you as well. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at ZibbyJ. Now, earlier on in the show, I did tell you that I have 5 tips for the housemates. Remember, I said housemates, if by any chance you're not in isolation with a smirk, and you need some tips on what can make you win Big Brother, I've got 5 tips for you. And I trust you'll take this from me because I'm a BBA super fan. Yeah? In fact, I've even watched Big Brothers from other countries. You know, so I know a lot about what I'm saying. These 5 tips would help you win. Number 1, have a sub story. You can't come onto a reality show and say, oh, I'm rich, I have it all, aka Prezzo. People will be like, you don't need the money, let's give it to someone else that does. So you can always have a sub-story. Like Cherise had a sub-story and she won. Delish had a sub-story and she won. So, always have a sub-story. That's my first tip. Second tip, don't colonize the kitchen. It's played out. Yes. You know, back then, Ofunika colonized the kitchen and she went to the semi-finals, which worked for her. It might just be who she is, you know, a hardworking lady and everything. Yeah, but at the end of the day, back in the day, it did, you know, count for something. Because Hazel was really boring. But Hazel was the queen of the kitchen and she went all the way to the finals. So, I'm going to say this. If you're going to try that route, don't. Because it's played out. Yeah, I think it played out in Hazel's season. So, don't colonize the kitchen if you're looking for votes. I mean, look at what happened to Natasha and Fatima. They were booted. You know, Fatima was, you know, the girl that would say no homo. She'd feed the guys. And she got nominated and got booted on her first, on the first time she was up for eviction. So, like I said, first tip, have a sub-story. It works for Cherise. It works for Delish. Don't colonize the kitchen because it wouldn't work anymore. It's played out. It did not work for Natasha and it would not work for you. Okay, third tip, be a tease. Tease the boys and the girls. It's like, who is the Georgie Porgy? Oh, yeah, okay. Random rhyme, but yeah, be a tease. Tease everyone. AKA Delish. Delish tease the guys, you know, Hakeem, Nando, and, you know, Elikim and JJ. And she even teased Cleo. So be a tease. It doesn't matter who you tease. You can tease the boys, you can tease the girls, you can even tease the fish. Like Pebbles. I think Delish did tease Pebbles. Did she? I'm very sure she did. You know, tease the ninjas, tease the cameras, just be a tease, just tease someone. Okay? It works for Delish, it might work for you. Number 4, be very loud and outspoken. It worked for Uti, it worked for Karen. They were very loud, they were very outspoken, they said what they wanted, they did what they wanted, and guess what? They won. So, be very loud, be very outspoken, but don't overdo it. Because if you overdo it, well, you know, you might not win. Okay, 5. Don't overthink it, it's just the game. Do not overthink it, it's just a game. Now, we all remember what happened to Itai and Jakob and most recently O'Neill. It was just a game, but they took it so seriously. It was like it was some complex mathematical equation they were trying to solve. You know, it was just, they took the fun out of it and they became boring shadows. So, number 5, don't overthink it, it's just a game. Okay, I know I said 5, I just had to add this one because, you know, it just popped into my head. Number 6, do not be overconfident. You do not want to look like Munya did when he didn't win. That picture of Munya, hands on his head, oh my gosh, in Nigeria, you know, that's like a typical village scene from a Nollywood movie when someone is saying, Ewo. So, don't be overconfident. You do not want to look like Munya. Every time I think of Munya, I think of that picture of Munya being defeated. So, my 5 tips to win. I'll take it again. Have a sub-story. Works for Cherise and it works for Delish. 2, don't colonize the kitchen, it's played out. It did not work for Fatima, it did not work for Natasha, and it will not work for you. Number 3, be a tease. Tease the boys, tease the girls, tease the ninjas, tease the cameras, just tease the fish, tease anyone. It works for Delish. Number 4, be very loud and outspoken. Don't fly under the radar. Okay? Uti, Karen, it worked for them. Number 5, don't overthink it, it's just a game. Itai, Jakob, O'Neill, they overthought it, they overanalyzed it, and they went home empty-handed. Remember, it's just a game. And of course, the most important one, I don't know how that just popped into my head, do not be overconfident. You do not want to look like ammonia. Okay, so those are my, well, originally 5 tips to win, but now 6. So if you've got any more tips that we can give the housemates, wherever they are, just make sure you drop a comment or tweet me at ZBJ. We really need to tell the housemates, just be you. And you heard Miss Leanne say as well, be real, don't try to be any other housemate. Nosy Diva, aka Zode, she also said that. She said being real is everything. So be real, be you, and who knows, we'll just love you for who you are. So that's it for the very first episode of BBA Daily with Zibby. I'll be back here tomorrow. Remember, it's every day for 63 days. Tomorrow is going to be episode 01, so I think I'll call this episode 0.9, because, you know, it's like the intro, we're getting there. So don't forget, the website is thezibbyshow.com. Listen on the website, download, just take care, have a blast. Tomorrow, we'll know if we're being punked, we'll know if JJ, aka Romeo, or an Alusa are real housemates, and, you know, we'll see them, and, you know, just the excitement. So, let's see what happens tomorrow. I'll be back here with, of course, more BBA super fans on BBA Daily with Zibby. Follow me on Twitter, my handle is @ZibbyJ, or go to facebook.com/The Zibby Show. You can also go on the website, thezibbyshow.com, and have a lovely, lovely African evening. Good night.